Across our world, there are cities that seem to drift between reality and reverie, places where human hands have shaped landscapes as breathtaking as any found in nature, where architecture meets air and light in ways that feel impossibly serene. These are the world's urban wonders, cities shaped not just by stone and steel, but by centuries of dreams and design. From the mirrored lakes of Switzerland to the floating palaces of India, from the softly lit streets of Istanbul to the resplendent buildings that carve out the landscape of Colombia, each city holds a rhythm, a pulse, a kind of quiet magic that lingers long after you've left it in this journey. We drift above rooftops and temples, across oceans and valleys, following the glow of human imagination wherever it leads. Every skyline tells a story. Every reflection hides a memory. Every shadow conceals a heartbeat. This is not a travel guide. It's a window into the spirit of place, a meditation on the beauty of cities that feel almost too dreamlike to be real. So take a breath, let the noise of the world fade, and join us as we explore the most dreamlike cities on Earth. It's time for another journey through urban wonder. Cradled between the mountains and the empty Fari River, Tbilisi has stood for over 1,500 years, a crossroads between Europe and Asia. Persian baths, Soviet relics, and glass bridges coexist in a harmony that defies time. High above Tbilisi, the statue of Mother Georgia watches over the city. A sword in one hand, a bowl of wine in the other, forever guarding and welcoming in the same breath. Tbilisi is a reminder that beauty often comes from contradiction. At the gateway to the Bernese Alps, Thun rests beside a lake so clear it mirrors the sky. Its medieval castle has watched over the town for 8 centuries. The air feels light, every reflection, every ripple, perfectly calm. Here, time slows to the rhythm of the water and the ring of distant church bells. Thun is Switzerland distilled to its most peaceful essence. On the island of Sal, Santa Maria is a small city framed by the Atlantic. Once known for its salt trade, it now thrives on music, art, and the warmth of its people. Brightly painted boats rest on blue waters, and the scent of the ocean mingles with the sound of Morna, Cape Verde's soulful music. Santa Maria is rhythm made visible. Varanasi, one of the world's oldest living cities. For over 3,000 years, life here has revolved around the river Ganges. At dawn, locals bathe in its sacred waters as bells echo from the ghats. Temples lean over the river, carved by faith and time. Fire and prayer light the night. Death and rebirth coexist in quiet acceptance. In Varanasi, the divine is not above life, it flows through it. Where the Doru River meets the Atlantic, Porto rises in soft gold, a city shaped by light, wine, and water. One of Europe's oldest cities, Porto grew from medieval stone and seafaring dreams. Its steep hills still echo with the footsteps of merchants and poets. From above, the red rooftops glow like embers, and the river glimmers with the pulse of centuries gone by. Porto, timeless, restless, and forever drawn to the sea. Built by the Knights of St. John in the 16th century, the Valletta stands as a golden fortress over the Mediterranean. Though small, the city carries centuries of power and faith in its limestone walls. Narrow alleys glow in afternoon light. Every street seems to dissolve into the horizon. Cathedrals gleam with marble and gold. Valletta is a jewel, bright, ancient, and endlessly alive. Known as the Magic Island, Florianopolis stretches between forested hills and endless beaches. Modern life meets island calm in perfect balance. Fishermen's boats drift beside surfers' boards. Waves carry laughter and music. Bridges link it to the mainland, but its spirit belongs to the sea. Florianopolis is Brazil's ocean dream, alive, warm, and free. Pokhara's streets bloom with color. Buildings painted in bright hues mirror the vibrancy of the life and culture within them. Pokhara rests beside Fua Lake, where mountains reflect in perfect stillness. Trekkers pass through on their way to the Himalayas, but many never leave, drawn by the peace that fills the valley. Pokhara feels suspended between earth and sky. Cartagena glows with Caribbean sunlight and grace. Church bells echo above the rhythm of salsa and sea breeze. It's a place of color, heat, and joy, where every corner holds a heartbeat of history. The old city walls still guard its pastel streets, where balconies bloom with bougainvillea. Cartagena is the tropics, eternal and alive. Known as the City of the Czars, Veliko Tarnovo climbs the steep hills above the Yontra River, Ancient stone streets wind between fortress walls, yet life flows freely below. Cafes spill onto cobbled squares, and music drifts from hidden courtyards. History whispers in every arch and tower, blending past and present seamlessly. Veliko Tarnovo is Bulgaria's living heritage, vibrant, timeless, and alive. Between the Sierra Madre Mountains and the Pacific, Puerto Vallarta shines with natural contrast. Palm trees sway gently in the ocean breeze, their fronds whispering to the rhythm of the waves. Cobblestone streets lead to the Malecon Promenade, where locals and visitors amble at peace. The city began as a fishing village. Now it's a mosaic of art, light, and sea. Puerto Vallarta encapsulates warmth and ease. Once two cities, Buda and Pest, now joined by bridges of light. The Danube divides them, but their reflections unite in the water below. From ruined bars to opera houses, history and reinvention coexist. Thermal baths steam beneath grand domes, and Gothic spires rise into the mist. Budapest is Europe's heart, elegant, resilient, unforgettable. At the edge of Africa, Cape Town sits between mountain and sea. Here, cultures blend African, European, Malay, shaping a city rich with rhythm and story. Table Mountain towers above, while the Atlantic curls around its base. From vineyards to townships, from surf to summit, Cape Town captures the raw beauty of contrast. Once Byzantium, then Constantinople, now Istanbul. For thousands of years, the city has linked continents and empires. Mosques and markets rise beside Byzantine walls. The call to prayer drifts across the Bosphorus. Spices and sea air intertwine above the city's domes. Istanbul, where cultures intertwine, creating a city that feels both ancient and endlessly new. Set beside the River Adige, Verona is a city of love and legacy. Its Roman arena still echoes with opera and applause. Stone bridges and frescoed walls whisper stories of centuries past. Shakespeare set tragedy here, but the real Verona is pure romance, a harmony of art, light, and time. Cradled by 7 mountains and wrapped in mist, Bergen is Norway's gateway to the fjords. Rain falls softly here, almost daily, painting the city in a constant shimmer. Colourful wooden houses line the old wharf of Bryggen, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that once thrived with Hanseatic merchants. Between the sea breeze and mountain air, Bergen feels like a watercolor come to life, fleeting, serene, and endlessly poetic. Vienna, a city of grand facades and sweeping streets, history lingers in every corner. Baroque palaces line grand boulevards, while echoes of Mozart and Strauss linger in concert halls. Yet beyond the opulence lies a quiet rhythm, coffee houses filled with stories, parks where time moves gently. Vienna is Europe refined, a place where history and elegance never fade. Puebla is a city painted in color and memory. The scent of chocolate, cinnamon, and mole fills the streets' flavors born from centuries of tradition. Every plaza feels alive with music and sunlight. Talavera tiles shimmer across colonial facades, and Baroque churches rise against the distant Popocatépetl volcano. Puebla is history wrapped in celebration. Enclosed by medieval walls, York feels untouched by time. The scent of rain on stone and distant chimes of the cathedral bells fill the air. Narrow lanes twist toward the towering York Minster, whose stained glass has watched over the city for 800 years. Every brick tells of Romans, Vikings, and kings. York isn't just history preserved, it's history still alive. Where the Tagus meets the Atlantic, Lisbon rises in shades of sunlight and tile. Trams rattle up steep hills, and fado songs drift through Alfama's narrow streets. Earthquakes once broke the city, but Lisbon rebuilt, brighter and stronger, with its mosaic pavements shining like waves. It's a city of endurance and grace, forever turning toward the sea. At the mouth of the Gambia River, Banjul moves to a rhythm both ancient and alive. Life here feels unhurried, guided by tide and tradition. Buildings and markets overflow with color, while wooden narrow boats drift along the estuary. Banjul is small, but its spirit stretches wide, calm, vibrant, and full of warmth. A city carved from color. Once a silver mining hub, Guanajuato now glows with pastel houses stacked upon the hills. And music fills the plazas, mariachi laughter, footsteps echoing off stone. It's a labyrinth of light and life, a festival in permanent celebration. Mastar stands where east meets west. Ottoman arches and Austro-Hungarian facades sharing the same skyline. Its stone bridge, starry-most, rises above emerald waters, rebuilt from war, reborn in beauty. When locals dive from its peak into the river below, it feels like a prayer in motion. Master is resilience in stone, a city that remembers, yet still reaches for the sky. Resting beside the Neckar River, Heidelberg is a city of scholars and poets. Its red sandstone castle watches over rooftops that glow at sunset. The university, one of Europe's oldest hums, with quiet thought, while cobbled streets echo with the footsteps of dreamers. Heidelberg feels eternal, suspended between romance and intellect. Where the Mekong and Namkon rivers meet, Luang Prabang glows in golden light. Colonial villas blend with jungle and prayer. Here, time doesn't pass, it drifts. Buddhist temples gleam beneath palm trees, and saffron-robed monks walk silently through dawn streets, collecting alms. Luang Prabang is peace made visible. The pink city, built in perfect geometry and bathed in desert sunlight. Jaipur's palaces and forts rise like mirages from the sand, their walls glowing rose at dusk. Markets burst with color and sound, textiles, jewels, and the hum of life. It's a city of craftsmanship and wonder, where every doorway tells a story of kings and artisans. Curved around the river Ari, Bern feels like a secret kept by the Alps. Medieval arcades line the streets. For centuries, the Zitlog clock tower has marked the hours with unerring grace. Einstein once walked these same cobbles, dreaming of time itself. Bern is beauty in balance, orderly, elegant, and touched by imagination. The Arno flows beneath bridges gilded with sunset. In its churches and piazzas, humanity's finest dreams still breathe. Florence, cradle of the Renaissance. Every street seems to lead to art, to Michelangelo, to Brunelleschi's dome, to light caught in marble. Florence is not just a city, it's a masterpiece that never ends. Hit subscribe to keep exploring the most fascinating urban wonders on the planet.